Okay, this week's episode of One Piece was just constant whiplash. I mean, they're changing, storylines and just what's going on everywhere. Every single maybe 20, 30 seconds. And it was starting to hurt my neck. It was just like the episode is forcing me to like, look over here, now look up there, look down here. It's just like, now look behind you. Oh no! It's like, guys, I know there's so much going on throughout Dressrosa, but we have to focus on this, just one thing at least. But either way, the things they did focus on were pretty fun and interesting. The biggest part, which I'm seeing everywhere, I mean everywhere, all over YouTube and every single reviewers, is a picture of Sabo fighting Burgess. And I'll admit, I'm going to use that as my thumbnail too, because it's just so fitting. But, I mean, it was like the only thing that's worth talking about. It's the only thing to get excited for this arc. It's like, guys, I get it. Sabo's a great character. He's interesting. He seems to be strong. I get it. But it's not the only thing that happened. But anyway, we'll start off there since that's where the episode does start. So we show Burgess, beating up a fighting fish with this shockwave elbow thing. It's just like boom, and just knocks him out of the arena. Just like, damn, Burgess is strong. And then of course Lucy comes in, still looking for the devil fruit. The devil fruit appears, and I like how Diamante even notices like, his fighting style has changed. Is this really Straw Hat Luffy? I don't think so. It's like, okay, even he's noticing, yeah, this is a different person. Burgess is still pretty dumb. It's like, I still think this is Straw Hat Luffy. But either way, it's nice to hear that Blackbeard now has 10 captains under his belt, and that's one of them is Burgess. Now, that does make sense. It's like, okay, so Burgess is a captain, sort of like one of the Whitebeard's commanders. Like, cool, that's nice to know. But either way, and of course, Sabo and Burgess are about to hit it off. It's like Dragon's Claw, and I love dragons, obviously. So this is pretty cool. And he just slams into Burgess's elbow smash attack, or shockwave as he calls it, and pretty much destroys his armor and pretty much beats him. Like, who's stronger? And it was just like, oh, this is awesome. And I like to think that Sabo just developed a martial arts style and just named them dragon attacks after, his savior, Dragon, or maybe Dragon himself developed this martial arts style and taught Sabo. If that's true, then like I can't wait to see Dragon use it, because he probably is a master of it, obviously. But, it just gets me pumped up for meeting Dragon and the rest of the Revolutionary Army. And it pretty much ends with Rebecca, finally, getting the courage to attack Diamante. She realizes, well, shit, these guys are way out of my league. I mean, I don't know if I was lucky to get here or unlucky to get here, but I've got to step up. I've got to do something. I have to at least attack Diamante like I'm gonna kill him. Now, obviously, that's not gonna work, but hopefully, she still stands strong. Like, I don't care if I'm too weak to actually do anything to you guys. I'm gonna die trying, or something like that. But either way, we pretty much end there. And this is where, just things go crazy. Like, I have no idea what the main focus of the episode was, because it's just going everywhere. But let's try to attack one thing at a time. Let's go with Frankie and Senor Pink. Frankie's still fighting the Navy. Dellinger finally gets to the toy house and asks, hey, what's going on? And Senor Pink is saying, we probably can't let the Navy, take on Frankie, because they're not going to win. So we're going to have to attack them. And then Dellinger's like, oh, let me do it. And Senor Pink is like, calm down, kid. He's a pervert like you. Hey, you do not underestimate him. He is a man. It's like, yeah, Senor Pink finally acknowledges Frankie. It's like, yeah, he's not someone to be trifled with. In fact, I might have to be the one to take him on, just to protect the rest of my crews. Like, I'm the only one who's manly enough to take him on. And that's funny. But, we pretty much end with that. And then we go back to Usopp, Robin, and the Tontadas and their plan, to put the chili grape, I suppose, into Sugar's basket and, knock her out. But we notice that how strong Trouble is. He's noticed as a fly just buzzing around. And then, I don't know, it's just like a little slime coming out of his finger, and then he just launched it like a bullet. and just kills the fly and just smashes right through these like 3-4 walls, and there's no telling how strong this factory is. I'm guessing since it's really important, it's like really sturdy. So the fact that he was just able to punch right, like just throw a snot bubble right through them is like, damn, man. I don't know if he used hockey or the snot itself is just that strong. But either way, you know, Robin checks outside. Is like, oh damn, the fly was not just killed; it was hit between the eyes. That's just like, oh damn. Treble's a force to be reckoned with, so it's gonna be pretty scary to take him on. But either way, you know, of course the Tontadas don't care. They're like, even if we die, we're gonna die trying. He just starts charging with the grape, you know, going really fast to put the grape in the basket. But then Robin stops and it's like, she probably notices something. So I don't know what she noticed. Well, they didn't really show us, but something bad's gonna happen. I just know maybe someone will realize, you know, the Tontadas are there, and she's trying to stop him from getting killed. I don't know, but we pretty much end there. And the only other part of the episode I think that they put focus on was Luffy versus Pika, and then Zoro pretty much claiming like, okay, you know, this guy's not gonna let us pass. You have to take Violet and go on without me. I'll, you know, take on Pika here and now. So, you know, now it's gonna be Zoro versus Pika, and Luffy's is gonna go on and attack Doflamingo. The only other thing was Kinemon. You know, he was going on the wrong direction because he wasn't listening to the Tontada girl. But, you know, that didn't last very long. But either way, you know, Pika is a force to be reckoned with, it seems, because he's the whole palace, obviously. And he just can keep regenerating, because as long as there's more palace to, you know, come back from. Now, I don't know if that means, like, he can't be killed, or yet, or, you know, just like, if you destroy enough of the palace, he can't assimilate himself. I have no idea. But Zoro's going to have to start cutting just everything if he's going to have any chance of taking this guy down. But yeah, it was, so far we've seen like the top executives of Doflamingo's family are not to be fucked with. Treble is creepily strong. Pika is definitely tenacious, as far as we know. We don't really see, you know, strength as much as he has an ability, and he's utilizing it so much that it's getting kind of annoying. It's like, God, this guy won't let us pass. Just let us fucking pass already. Diamante seems to be strong, but again, he's more interested in watching the fight between Burgess and Lucy, you know, unfold. And really, I think he's gonna wait for one of them to take each other out and then take on the winner. But yeah, it doesn't seem like Lucy cares about, you know, the fight. He just wants to get these guys out of his way so he can get the devil fruit in peace. But, you know, either way, this was a fun episode. Sabo versus Burgess wasn't the only thing, but I understand why. It was the most exciting thing. But either way, there it is. Great episode. Loved it. Can't wait for the next one. Don't know if it's going to be more Sabo versus Burgess fighting. It just seems like they're more teasing us with that. And they're just like whiplashing. There's just so much going on that they can't help but be kind of unfocused. Like having ADD. It's like, what's going on over here? Now what's going on over here? What's going on over there and down there? It's like, take it easy, guys. Wait, focus on one thing first. Close one storyline before moving on to the next. But either way, it's just showing that things are getting chaotic on Dressrosa, and that's always fun in One Piece. And One Piece, when chaos, you know, starts, you know, brewing, that's when you know the arc is getting to its best. You know, just pure chaos, action everywhere, things blowing up. That's what One Piece does best sometimes in most arcs, and I don't think Dressrosa is going to be any different. So hopefully next episode is just as exciting, with very little whiplash because my neck is starting to hurt, and just more, you know, progression with story. So until then, I'm Tony Dragon. Bye bye.